It's been a year since Chef Gordon Ramsay crisscrossed the country, trying to save restaurants in crisis.
I'm gonna hang myself.
It's like eating a wet diaper.
That's you know it.
They all needed help, but fought Gordon every step of the way.
I wouldn't talk to my dog the way you talk to me. Go yourself. It was a bad day, pal.
The great Gordon Ramsay is wrong.
Now, 1 year later, Chef Ramsay's back, asking the tough questions we all want the answers to.
How's business?
What in the hell are you doing here?
Who's in the kitchen?
Get ready for a night of surprises as Gordon finds out what happened to the restaurants he tried to save. There was the Handlebar in Long Island.
I will not open the door tomorrow, and you can all go yourselves, and I don't care if it's all for nothing.
Billy, the owner, couldn't take Gordon's heat and quit.
Billy!
Casa Roma in the California desert.
Why are you walking away, Eric?
So I don't rip your head off?
An out-of-control staff and owners who are afraid to take control.
What are you scared of?
And what about the Black Pearl in New York City?
How have I been lying to you, Gordy? How? Tell me.
Gordy?
Yeah, how? You want to disrespect me? I can disrespect you, too.
Dave, the arrogant owner, rubbing his staff, and Gordon the wrong way.
I've never met an individual that's so full of in all my life.
Tonight, we'll see it all. Who's living the dream, and who turned their kitchen back into a nightmare.
What a disaster.
Last year, Gordon tried to turn around restaurants across the country. In a moment, you'll see how they're doing today. But first, a look back at what the Handlebar was like last year.
Hello, Handlebar. How can I help you?
This upscale community is located on Long Island. And when Chef Ramsay showed up last year, he soon found out he was in for one of the biggest challenges of his career. Before buying the Handlebar with his wife, Carolyn, Bill Leroy was a construction worker.
Oh, boy.
His only restaurant experience, eating out.
They look disgusting. I don't know why anybody orders them.
As for a chef, well, she hated her job.
I'm not a chef. I don't claim to be a chef. I don't want to be a chef. I'm not very creative.
And the people hated her cooking.
The food is crap.
I think hiring me wasn't necessarily the best idea.
And to make matters worse, Billy was in denial about everything.
I never really had complaints about the food.
So not surprisingly, Billy and Carolyn were going broke.
We took out an equity line of credit that's almost maxed out and drained our savings account.
God help us.
If the Handlebar fails, we'd risk losing our house.
When Chef Ramsay arrived, he quickly found out that the Handlebar cuisine was the restaurant's biggest problem.
Seafood crepe. Yeah, that's seafood crap.
This is the worst of it, I'm sure.
Comes out looking like dog food. That was rancid, pointless, tasteless, a complete utter joke.
Oh my God, what a disaster.
After an unbelievably bad lunch, Chef Ramsay was in for another shock.
Have you lost your passion?
I never had a passion to begin with. I don't want to be a chef.
I didn't think our situation was as bad as I'm finding out minute by minute.
That night, Gordon observed dinner service.
I don't need this. I'm out of my mind.
And although there was complaint after complaint,
I don't like it at all.
This is uneatable.
It's not real crap.
the only person who seemed not to notice was Billy.
Billy, customers are complaining about the food. You can't walk around oblivious to the fact that you think this is good.
Yeah, but it's not bad in everybody's opinion. Whatever.
The next morning, Chef Ramsay got up early to conduct an inspection of the walk-in, and what he found was a disgusting disgrace.
The reminiscence of Exxon Valdez. Oh my God almighty. That there was a clam. What a mess. When was the last time this fridge was cleaned?
A week ago.
Oh, no, it hasn't. I'm sorry, 21 years in the business, I'll bet every dollar I have, this place hasn't been cleaned in years. I'm disgusted. Put your hand down there. Everything's coming out, and this place is going to get cleaned.
Instead of taking responsibility, Billy went outside to pout. But Chef Ramsay was not about to let him off the hook.
I'm pissed off. And I'm upset on the kind of I've just discovered in there.
Time to drag me through the mud some more. It is what it is.
You don't seem 1 ounce bothered about it, Billy. You can't just stick your head back in the sand and ignore it, Billy.
Sure you can.
You're a weak man, Billy.
I really
I'm
just
glad you
had enough. Finished.
Can you at least talk to me?
Nope.
Billy, can you talk to me, please?
Nope. I've nothing to say.
Billy.
I wouldn't talk to my dog the way you talk to me. Go yourself. That's right.
You didn't have to act like a baby.
He's telling you the truth, though, Billy.
Great. There's ways to go about it. 46 years old, never been talked to like that by anybody. And you know what? The only thing that's keeping me from hitting him with a baseball bat is that I'd go to jail for it. I'm done.
You're not the man everyone here thought you were, Billy.
Absolutely not. So help me God, I will not open the door tomorrow, and you can all go yourselves, and I don't care if it's all for nothing.
What a weak man.
Billy walked,
Billy!
leaving his wife Carolyn holding the bag.
Let me help you.
I want you to help me, but I don't know what to do. I have a job that I have to work so I can pay my mortgage.
Sure. Okay.
I don't know what to do.
For that night's dinner service, Chef Ramsay put some changes into effect. First, he created a new house specialty.
Melissa, let's do a special tonight. Some fried clams with a homemade tartar sauce. Ipswich clams.
Then, he introduced a new signature touch for the handlebar.
The minute the customer arrives at the table, they sit down and we need to give them fresh, hand-cut, homemade potato chips. A warm welcome.
No, those are good.
That night, there were 2 shocking sights in the restaurant. Happy customers
They said that's the best thing that they've ever had here, so it's going really good.
and the return of Billy.
Billy, please, I love you.
That's why I'm here.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
The man is one of the top chefs in the world, and maybe I should put aside the ill feelings and listen to what he has to say.
Seriously, I'm pleased you're back, yeah? You're the foundation of this place.
But soon after Billy's return, the kitchen began to fall apart.
Killing me.
Whatever.
God help us.
And Chef Melissa fell far behind.
Melissa has to talk now. This is the most crucial stage of the service where she has to open up and talk.
And get help from the
And
other
get help. Let's just delegate with so many tables on.
With Billy now accepting some of the problems of the restaurant, Chef Ramsay decided to put his plan into action.
Relaunch tomorrow night. We have to make it a success. Get some sleep, yes?
After Billy and his staff left, Gordon's crew worked overnight and completely remodeled the handlebar.
Ready? Let's have a look at the new handlebar. Let's go. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
It's gorgeous. This place looks awesome.
More clothes. We're no longer stuck in the 80s. Look at it. Warm, bright, vibrant, happy.
Yes.
Good.
But Gordon's biggest change wasn't the remodel. He transformed the handlebar into Long Island's first gastropub.
The gastropub is warm, open all hours, come and relax and enjoy. Whether it's the steak, mussels, the salmon, the sausage, it's perfect for the neighborhood.
Good evening. Welcome.
The town came out to support Handlebar for relaunch night. Local rock star Dee Snider from the band Twisted Sister made a loud entrance. But very early on in the dinner service,
You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna hang myself.
it appeared as though the big night was about to go up in flames. Chef Melissa was rushing and trying to do everything herself.
I think it's okay.
No way, madam. Yeah?
I got you.
I'm not serving charcoal like that. No. Disgusting.
Food started coming back.
This isn't cooked. Look at the middle of that salmon. Gross.
That's when Chef Ramsay knew he had to step in and get Melissa back on track.
Melissa, use these 2 guys.
I'm trying.
I want to hear it. Open up, communicate, yeah?
I need 3 herb fries. We are doing real well. Let's keep it up.
And for the first time since Gordon arrived, Melissa was in complete control. And as for the customers, they loved the new menu.
Great menu, right?
I'm surprised at myself now.
At the end of the evening, for the first time since Billy took over, the staff felt a sense of pride, hope, and success.
Well done. This place is going to be a success, I tell you. Congratulations on being Long Island's first gastropub.
It's been a year since Gordon first arrived at Handlebar, and now he's back.
This is the alleyway where Billy walked out last year. So, through these tough times, is Billy hanging in and his handlebar still here? Billy!
Up next, Gordon squares off with Billy again.
I still haven't met a man that was as stubborn as you.
Has Billy changed his ways?
She's still very stubborn.
Or is he driving the handlebar back into the ground? The Black Pearl was unforgettable. Gordon going face to face and insult to insult with America's most arrogant owner.
How have I been lying to you, Gordy? How? Tell me.
Gordy?
Yeah, how? You want to disrespect me? I can disrespect you, too.
Excuse me?
Now Gordon is back to check in on the Black Pearl.
Hello.
And can't believe what he finds. You won't either. When Kitchen Nightmares Revisited continues. For Chef Ramsay, the Handlebar in Long Island, New York was a disaster from the moment he walked in. An angry owner.
You can all go yourselves, and I don't care if it's all for nothing.
A lazy chef.
I think hiring me wasn't necessarily the best idea.
And awful food.
It comes out looking like dog food.
It took a great deal of effort, but Gordon managed to make an amazing transformation of the Handlebar in just a few days.
Congratulations on being Long Island's first gastropub.
Now, 1 year later, has Billy taken Gordon's advice, or has he reverted to his old stubborn ways?
First time I came here, it was like stepping back in time. Old-fashioned decor, old rotten food. Also, one of the most stubborn owners I've ever come across in my entire life. But we changed all that and created Long Island's first ever gastropub. I cannot wait to see how they're doing. Hello, Billy. Am I pleased to see you?
Very great to see you.
How are you, sir? Likewise. Good to see you. Got a big smile on your face. Good to see you. Mwah.
How you doing? When Gordon walked through the door today, my heart stopped.
How are you both?
Good.
So nice to see you looking happy.
Yeah, no, things actually have been doing pretty well.
Good. How's he been?
Still very stubborn, but, you know, he's better than he was before.
On a scale to 1 to 10, his stubbornness, where are we?
10.
10. Oh, it's better than 11.
Yeah.
This time a year ago.
You think this is good?
Yeah, but it's not bad in everybody's opinion.
Who's in the kitchen?
Melissa.
Melissa.
Yeah.
That's great news, you know that. I didn't think she'd be here, to be honest.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna hang myself.
How are you?
Hey, how are you today?
Nice to see you, my darling.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
It was surprisingly not horrible to see Gordon.
Last time I saw you, you told me you didn't care. You didn't give a fig. You didn't want to be a chef. I don't even want to cook anymore.
That's, you know, it's a whole new world. Showed me the light, Gordon.
I'm so happy, you know that?
Yes, sir.
Why is everybody looking so happy? What's the secret?
You gotta stay upbeat.
Listen to you, Mr. Motivator.
I'm a lot more confident now. I really tend to be more involved and want to see this succeed.
But there's one thing I want to see, yeah, before I taste the food.
Okay.
Is what? The walk-in, Billy.
Oh, okay.
Let's go in there.
Okay.
I ran in the other direction when Gordon wanted to go into the refrigerator because I know what happened back there last time.
Oh, my God almighty. That there was a clam.
I'll bet every dollar I have, this place hasn't been cleaned in years. I'm disgusted. Oh, my God. It's immaculate.
Yep, and everything's fresh.
The difference is night and day.
Yep.
I cannot believe the difference.
I definitely wanted him to be impressed. So I'm glad he was really happy with everything.
It is that clean in there. I felt like eating my lunch off the floor. Are you happy with your gastropub?
Yes, we're very happy with the new direction that we were set in, and we're trying to stay on that track.
You were frustrated last time I saw you.
Let me help you.
I want you to help me, but I don't know what to do. I have a job that I have to work so I can pay my mortgage.
Sure.
How have you been personally?
Well, I think this year has been better for me. Billy is handling the restaurant much more efficiently, and he feels better about it.
Good luck.
Hi, thank you.
It's moist and meaty.
Within a short time of arriving at Handlebar, it quickly became clear to Gordon that Billy was a changed man.
How you doing?
Doing. It's what an interesting ride.
Seriously?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When you were here last time, things really took off, and then all of a sudden the economy just wham.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a ride. Very interesting.
Yeah. Last time I was here, you were stubborn as hell. I mean, like, really stubborn.
Finished.
Can you at least talk to me?
Nope.
Billy, can you talk to me, please?
Nope. Have nothing to say.
Billy.
I wouldn't talk to my dog the way you talk to me. Go yourself. Yeah, it's hard sometimes to hear the truth.
Yeah.
But you were right and I was wrong. I'm not too proud to admit it.
I was an angry person back then. I mean, it all goes back to being able to take criticism. Some people can, some people can't.
I still haven't met in nearly coming up to 100 kitchen nightmares. And man, that was as stubborn as you. I've got to say that, you know that.
What made me change and click with that is that I should listen, because if I don't, I'm going to crash and burn. And there is going to be no restaurant. And I am going to be going to bankruptcy court. And I am going to be losing it all. Everything that I've worked my whole life for.
Chips are here.
Oh, yeah, still doing them. I can't really much say as the cooks like them because they are very time-consuming.
They are time-consuming, but what about the customers, though?
Oh, they all love it. I've had people ask me if we could package them and sell them.
They're bloody delicious.
Wow.
There you are.
Thank you, my darling.
You're quite welcome.
And
I hope you enjoy.
Oh, lovely. Now,
That's
what is
martini marinated filet.
My God. God, it's so tender.
A little bit different than the last time you had something to eat here.
It really made me happy when he was happy with the food.
The best and the worst moment. Last time I was here.
The best moment was when I walked through the door and seen the new look of the restaurant. Oh, wow.
Happy?
Yes.
Good. And the worst moment?
The worst moment was getting all the phone calls. Billy left. Billy left.
Billy! Billy! The fact that you've turned it around. We left the prescription, you took the remedy, and it's worked. And this is very tough out there.
Oh, yeah.
The economy and the best restaurants across the globe are closing.
Yes, they are.
In their hundreds.
Yeah.
So for this to turn the corner and survive, if we can just tread water now.
Yes.
These next 6 months.
Yep.
Trust me, it will come back.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping.
I was very happy that he was proud of what we did.
Well done, guys. I'm so pleased, honestly.
you.
And more importantly, stick to it.
Yes.
Continue evolving it.
Yep.
Continue being the backbone.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have been at this point.
That is delicious.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
Can I take it to go?
Absolutely.
Come here, you. Well done, sir. Well done. Excellent.
In 20 years, this is the happiest I think Billy's been, because we are going in the right direction. I say thanks, Gordon. I think you really tried to do the best you could for us, and now it's up to us to keep it going.
Unbelievable. This time a year ago, Billy was about to throw the towel in, and I seriously wondered through these tough times if Handlebars was honestly going to make it. But the good news is Handlebars is thriving, and so is Billy, and that says a lot.
Coming up, we go back to Casa Roma, where Nyla, the owner, was being bossed around by her own staff.
Take a deep breath. Stop pushing me and just chill.
Especially her angry and incompetent chef.
Why are you walking away, Eric?
So rip your head off?
Now, a year later, has Nyla finally taken control?
Please tell me you didn't bring Eric back.
Or is her kitchen nightmare spiraling out of control? Later, remember David from the Black Pearl?
You tell me about the passion with the Maine lobster. Are you aware that the lobsters in your fridge are Canadian?
Same waters, North Atlantic waters.
Holy...
You won't believe what happened to this annoying owner. When Kitchen Nightmares Revisited continues. About About an hour's drive east of Los Angeles sits the sleepy high desert town of Lancaster. Before Chef Ramsay arrived, Casa Roma was known for two things: bad food and slow service.
Not one table's had their food yet.
Running the kitchen was a grumpy chef named Eric,
How many money you drama? That's you know it.
who in between frequent smoke breaks
If somebody wants me, I'm out back.
created greasy delicacies like this. The restaurant was owned by a mother-son team.
Got to get this place turned.
These two bosses took more orders from their head chef than they gave him.
Nyla, can I have an ice water, please? Way to go. She's standing right there.
You want to start on those peaches then?
Relax, take a chill.
Chef Ramsay had no idea that he was walking into one of the most poorly run restaurants in America.
Just out of interest, with no previous restaurant experience anywhere, why would you open a restaurant if you've never worked in one?
Because we're insane.
Chef Ramsay then decided to do something no one else in town was interested in doing anymore: having lunch at Casa Roma.
People say, well, he's a 5-star Michelin chef. Okay, so he's got 4 tires and a spare. Kiss my ass. That means nothing to me.
Is that popular?
No.
I'm not worried about him. Just see what he's got. If he wants to bitch and moan, that's his drama.
It's actually dripping. Fat.
Ew.
Outraged, Chef Ramsay assembled a staff meeting, and it didn't take long for things to get ugly.
Lunch. Absolutely embarrassing. The fried sandwich. What planet are you on when you put that together?
It was a bad day, pal. Now you're
Bad
pushing
day?
it. Enough. I get it. We understand.
A bad day?
Yeah, it happens. You never had a bad day.
I do have bad days all the time.
Obviously, you having one today. Just relax, take a chill pill, reload, and do it again.
There's nothing edible.
Get out of the way.
Why are you walking away, Eric?
So I don't rip your head off.
That night at dinner service, Nyla and Jeremy had zero control over their staff, especially their head chef.
Okay, guys, listen. Worst shrimp scampi they ever had, and they said no flavor at all.
You know, what can you do?
As dish after dish was sent back by angry customers,
It looks like it's frozen.
I'm sorry about that, guy.
Eric seemed to care less and less.
When food comes back like that, the shrimps, you never taste it?
You know, what can you do?
Oh, dear.
After a couple of hours of complete chaos and barely any food going out, Chef Ramsay had seen enough.
We're spinning around and serving. Do me a favor, close the restaurant. I can't stand any longer and watch that embarrassment.
As of now, we're not going to be serving any more dinners tonight.
I need the door closed. Forget it.
All right, we're done for the night.
This is a joke, guys. Forget it. Good night.
Moments later, Gordon had a heart-to-heart with Nyla.
Why are you employing a chef that's that incompetent? Have you got any chance of surviving here? Get rid of him. What are you scared of? Talk to me. There's got to be something.
I need to find another chef.
So, Drew, what's wrong with Drew?
Drew, I think, can carry it off.
So, get rid of him.
Nyla saw the light and summoned the courage to finally stand up for herself.
The whole thing is this isn't the first time you've let us down.
I don't know.
I just can't do it. I know, but I can't do it.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
We're going to part ways.
Okay, no problem.
Okay?
But Eric was not Casa Roma's only problem. The next morning, Chef Ramsay found another.
Whoa. Oh, God. Before I go any further, I want the place clean.
While the staff cleaned, Gordon's crew came in to give Casa Roma a complete makeover.
Come through. We got a nice new dry pizzeria. Carpets have gone. The booths have gone. Chairs relined. New colours. And the restaurant's been painted from top to bottom.
Then, Gordon unveiled Casa Roma's brand new menu.
This is doable, uncomplicated, nothing frozen, and freshly home-baked pizzas.
Wow.
When the doors of the restaurant opened for the relaunch, the people of Lancaster came in droves, willing to give the new Casa Roma another chance.
The wings.
Thank you. But within minutes, it started to feel like the old Casa Roma.
Again?
They're raw.
Look at me. They gotta go in the pan and in the oven. Not even hot in the center. What's going on? Not good enough.
Come on.
Relaunch night was starting to look more like closing night for Casa Roma. It soon became apparent that Drew wasn't quite ready to be a head chef.
Take a deep breath.
Stop pushing me and just chill. You're making me hurry up. I can't have anything to do with.
Go for it.
I need some form of quality control, guys, yeah? Most important thing here is standard. You slow down and pay attention to detail, yeah?
We gotta pull it together.
After Gordon's message of quality over speed sunk in, Drew finally pulled it together. And although the relaunch wasn't perfect, it was a success.
It was so good. Yes, I know, and we're taking it home.
I pulled it off. Thank God for Ramsey.
Okay, good.
For the first time, owners Nyla and Jeremy and the staff of Casa Roma savored the sweet taste of success.
Trust me, if everyone does their bit, 3 months down the line, this place is going to be rocking.
Now it's time to see how they're doing today.
I'm back in Lancaster, California to visit Casa Roma. Now, everyone in the town knew about Casa Roma. That's right, they knew to stay the hell out of there. I'm dying to see if they've turned the corner.
Next, it's one of Chef Ramsay's most surprising revisits ever. Did Nyla take his advice too far?
I'm not going to put up any more bull.
And what mystery face from the past shocked Chef Ramsay?
Wait a second. I recognize this man.
Then, who can forget the Black Pearl? Chef Ramsay going up against the most arrogant restaurant owner.
Gordon, the truth is that I'm back there when it's busy every night that I work.
David pushed his staff and Gordon to the breaking point.
I've never met an individual that's so full of in all my life.
Now it's a year later, and you're about to find out if Dave and the Black Pearl are making it in Manhattan. When Kitchen Nightmares Revisited continues. Gordon Ramsay will never forget his time at Casa Roma. From the first meal...
It's actually dripping. Fat.
Ew.
...to the crazy chef.
It was a bad day, pal. Now you're pushing it. Enough. I get it. We understand.
And of course the owners, Nyla and Jeremy, who had no control over the restaurant.
What's that? Anything on that last order ready or close?
Relax. Take a chill.
Somehow, Gordon got through to the staff.
Thank God for Ramsey.
And made some dramatic changes to turn Casa Roma around. Now, a year later, it's time to see if this Lancaster pizzeria is still on the path to success.
Last time I was here, you had a mother and a son that were way in over their heads, a chef that was quite possibly the worst in America, and a kitchen that was so foul it made me vomit. However, we did make some changes, and I'm dying to find out what's going on. Here we go. Hello.
Oh, hello.
How are you, my darling?
I think of Gordon as a mentor to me, and now I think of him as a friend.
How's business?
Business is good. We're
Really?
doing good. Yep.
Please tell me you didn't bring Eric back.
No, Eric.
When food comes back like that, the shrimps, you never taste it. You know, what can you do?
Drew.
He's no longer with us. Take a deep breath.
Stop pushing me and just chill.
Okay.
You're making me hurry up. I can't have anything to do with.
Go for it.
Relationship with Jeremy, how is it?
Jeremy's not with me anymore.
Really?
I love my son to death. You know, I love all my kids, but we just couldn't work together.
You've had a clear out. You've been spring cleaning.
Gordon influenced me a lot. I mean, the day he left here, he told me, you need to buy him out. I think he's created a little bit of a monster.
Oh, God. Shall I?
Yeah.
Whoa. No. Oh, God. Bloody hell.
Everything's fresh.
My God. And look how organized it is.
I'm very proud of the place now. We have people who clean during the mornings. We have people who clean at night. We have everybody on board.
Look how spotless this place is as well.
How about that?
Huh?
Right? How you doing, sir?
Wait a second.
I recognise this man.
How you doing?
And first name is?
Q.
From Sebastian's?
Yeah.
Possibly one of the most difficult, arrogant, jumped-up owners I've ever met in my entire life.
Some
Yes?
say that, yeah.
I'm just so disappointed.
You gonna calm
Okay?
down?
Stop
Or shall I
pointing
get
your
out
finger
there?
at me.
Gonna calm
Are we gonna
down?
speak like men? You gonna speak to me like a man?
You didn't listen to what
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
What in the hell are you doing here?
Good question.
I had seen this show about Sebastian's, and I watched, and Q was really on track. He came in and talked to me. I recognized him, and so we hired him.
So what happened to Sebastian? I mean, I left.
One day, just out of nowhere, he kind of disappeared.
No.
Yeah. This experience compared to my last experience with Gordon was definitely more pleasant, I will say.
So how's business?
Business is good. Since I've gotten Q in here and we've changed everything out, we went from having 2 dinners a night to having 28 to 30.
Fantastic.
We're probably doing at least a third more per month now than we were a year ago.
You were a soft target last time I saw you. What have you done to make sure you draw that line in the sand?
Well, I made believers out of some of them that I got rid of. And even though they were good, they had just gotten too comfortable. I'm not going to put up any more bull. The biggest thing Gordon taught me was to have the bollocks to stand up and not let anybody push me around anymore. And I don't.
Oh, steak Diane.
Here he is. Thank you. Look at that. Oh, wow. Thank you. That was 7 minutes from the time I ordered. Last time I was here, it was 75 minutes in between courses.
Right before Gordon took that first bite of steak, I thought, uh-oh.
I love steak Diane, you know that.
Everybody loves it. Isn't it good?
The meat's so tender. Wow, that's so delicious.
Once he took a bite and he liked it, I was very relaxed.
I want you to come with me. Yeah, I've got a little surprise.
Nyla, as part of the Antelope Valley Chamber of Commerce and the City of Lancaster, we would like to give you this certificate. You've been really good to the community, and we'd like to thank you.
Well, thank you very much. It was nice to have somebody pat you on the back and give you an attaboy.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Excellent.
I'm so proud. So proud. Well done. Keep it up.
Thank you. I can't do it alone, and everybody helps. And I knew if I talked too long, I would be crying, because it's just nice. Thank you all for everything.
Well done. Excellent.
He put me through a boot camp for about a week. It was good for me.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you very much.
Bye, guys. What a relief. The difference is night and day. But honestly, the biggest change is in Nyla, because she clearly isn't scared of making decisions. And let's be honest, it's clearly working. Good on her.
Next, it's one of the most explosive Kitchen Nightmares episodes ever.
You seem a very relaxed man with your restaurant.
What do you want me to do? I disagree. It doesn't smell bad to me, the fish.
If you're not blind, you're clueless. You know that.
An owner terrifies his staff and shocks Gordon with his arrogance.
Holy.
But you won't believe what happens when Gordon returns for a revisit. That's next, when Kitchen Nightmares Revisited continues. Once upon a time, in the city of Manhattan, there was a place called the Black Pearl, a restaurant run by 3 different owners. Sleepy, a.k.a. Brian, was the one who never talked.
I just asked Brian, he's like, yeah, well, you guys can figure it out. We always figure it out.
Dopey, or Greg, could never make a decision.
That's why I sometimes waffle and go back and forth.
And Grumpy was David, who was arrogant and defensive.
Gordon, the truth is that I'm back there when it's busy every night that I work.
It didn't take long for Chef Ramsay to realize this was no fairy tale.
This is not going to be a good thing.
My name's Steven, so if you need anything, just let me know.
Thank you. I like your enthusiasm, by the way.
Thank you.
While Gordon was pleased with the service, the food was just the opposite.
Horrible. It's like eating a wet diaper.
That night, during dinner service, the customers agreed with Chef Ramsay. The food was inedible.
This may be raw. I need an order of fried shrimp. This one was undercooked.
I'll take this bag.
Gordon quickly realized that one of Black Pearl's biggest problems was the quality of the food.
What do you smell, Phil? It smells old.
You seem a very relaxed man with your restaurant.
What do you want me to do? I disagree. Does it smell bad to me, the fish?
I've just given a piece to your chef.
Yeah.
The piece was stinking.
It wasn't stinking.
You're blind, my friend. If you're not blind, you're clueless, you know that?
But that was just the beginning. Gordon discovered that the restaurant's main lobster was a fraud.
They look Canadian lobsters to me.
Yeah, these are Canadian.
They're not Maine lobsters. You tell me about the passion with the Maine lobster. Are you aware that the lobsters in your fridge are Canadian?
Same waters, North Atlantic waters. Tell me, is it a different animal?
Maine is a Canadian lobster for you.
Martis americanus, same animal, right?
They're not from Maine.
Well, it comes from the same vendor.
Holy...
The next day, a staff meeting quickly disintegrated into another battle between Gordon and David.
David, why haven't we got aprons?
They know where the aprons are. They just don't choose to wear them.
But why can't you say it's policy to be in an apron?
Kat, it's policy for you not to have a drink here after your shift, but you often do.
David, show the girl some respect, will you?
In front of everybody, why can't you answer the question?
Thought I did answer the question.
Do you know what I've just discovered? You're so full of you'd make a great politician, you know that.
Confused by 3 different directions from 3 different owners, Gordon suggested a staff vote, and they elected Greg as the general manager.
I'd definitely like to give it a shot, for sure.
With the new leader in charge, Gordon went ahead with his plan to give the Black Pearl a complete facelift.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Everything is uniform.
Wow. Much better.
But Grumpy David was not impressed.
David, what do you think?
Column should be yellow.
In order to add some excitement in the dining room, Gordon shipped in an appropriate surprise.
Now, I promise you, you'll never find another machine anywhere like this in New York. And David, I promise you now, this is from Maine. Of course, if they catch it, they eat it.
Does it blow me away? No.
In spite of David's negativity, Chef Ramsay was working hard to turn the Black Pearl around.
Right, 2 chowders, yes? Manhattan clam chowder, New England clam chowder, yeah? The lobster roll, Black Pearl special, and it's going to be toasted on the inside as well, okay? So it doesn't go soggy. And then we go to the Boston cream pie and a waffle sundae.
But David, as expected, was still grumpy.
You taste the ceviche?
It's so good.
Oh, not very good. I don't like it.
Really?
I don't like that shrimp thing either.
On relaunch night,
Party of 5?
Party of 5.
with Greg running the show, David and Brian came to eat and mostly criticize.
The lanterns, those things are terrible, especially put candles.
The evening was a big success.
The lobster is really good. Nice and buttery.
Every table was happy. Well, except for one.
Service sucks here. Kitchen must be buried.
After dinner, while the staff celebrated,
High five, guys.
Chef Ramsay met with the 3 owners one final time. And that's when the gloves came off.
My advice is for him to get his partners, get your money out, yeah, and disappear.
No, all right, well, my advice would be for you to disappear, and the sooner the better.
I've never met an individual that's so full of in all my life.
How have I been lying to you, Gordy? How? Tell me.
Gordy?
Yeah, how? You want to disrespect me? I can disrespect you, too. But tell me how. Tell me how I've
I'm
been
not
lying to you.
disrespecting you. I'm telling you the truth.
No, you disrespect me because you don't know the truth.
You're just massaging your ego.
You're wrong. The great Gordon Ramsay is wrong.
You don't get it, do you?
You, Gordon, of course I get it.
This restaurant has every chance of succeeding, but not while you are in it.
Why don't you come back in, and, you know, I'm sure you will, and see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm back in New York City to let you know what happened to my friends at the Black Pearl. You're not going to believe this.
Coming up, Chef Ramsay is ready for a rematch.
Wow.
Find out what David did to the Black Pearl. When Kitchen Nightmares Revisited continues. In Manhattan, the Black Pearl was under a black cloud.
I'm about $4,000 short of payroll.
And the Prince of Darkness was an owner named David.
Does it blow me away? No.
Who never appreciated anything that Chef Ramsay had done to turn around his restaurant.
You're wrong.
It seemed all he wanted to do was fight.
The great Gordon Ramsay is wrong.
Dave must have been the most arrogant restaurant owner I've ever met in my entire life. And guess what? He is no longer a restaurant owner. As I predicted, the Black Pearl is closed. Kaput, finished. Damn. Hello.
Hello, Chef Ramsay.
Gordon, nice to see you.
Damon Dell, nice to meet you.
Damon, Dan.
Felisa.
It's changed, that's for sure.
It certainly has.
Yeah, Black Bell disappeared.
Disappeared.
And the name is?
The Hog Pit, New York City.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Did you meet the owners?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Oh, sleepy, grumpy, dopey.
Saying
Let's
about
not go
that.
there.
But they weren't really running their place properly.
More importantly, business is going good?
Very good.
Going great.
Good. I'm so pleased it's doing well. Any chance of having a little taste?
Of course.
Yeah? I'm going to take a
Thank
seat
you.
and
Please
wait
do.
for my lunch. Last time I was at the Black Pearl, there's only one person in here that actually told me the truth all the time. That was Stephen. So I'm going to give him a quick call. And he can get his butt down here and I can find out what really happened. Oh, wow. Thank you.
Pulled pork sliders.
Thank you. It smells amazing. That's good. Stephen.
Chef Ramsay, how are you doing? I'm good.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Sit down.
Thank you.
What a shock.
I know, right?
Unbelievable. What happened?
Everything kind of went back to the way that it was. The menu slowly reverted back to the old menu.
No.
All right, so what did you think of the main?
Pretty piss poor, to be honest. I'm going to stop there. Thank you, Stephen. Usually when I leave an establishment after putting all that effort, time, money into it, the owners leave excited.
Yeah.
Not Dave. What did he say after I left?
I guess you left a bad taste in his mouth, but nobody likes being told that they're wrong.
I got invited in. Dave asked me to come here to turn this place around. He's not going to take the advice, then...
That's what I told him. I was like, remember, this was your idea. You can't be mad or you can't be angry when it was your idea to ask for help. The only time that I saw him after he left was when he had the staff meeting telling us that the restaurant was sold.
Did you know how far behind it was in terms of rent?
My last paycheck from them bounced.
Unbelievable.
I mean, David even sold your lobster tank.
He sold the lobster tank?
Yeah.
I promise you, you'll never find another machine anywhere like this in New York. So we need to eat a bit more. You're looking a bit skinny.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, get your ass in here and get some pulled pork. Would you like to try one?
Sure.
Please, help yourself. Isn't that delicious?
That is really good.
You dating?
No.
No?
Still single. People don't want relationships in the city, I've realized.
Oh, really?
They just want to have sex. I'm cool with that. Just don't lead me on.
So you like the pulled pork?
Yes, I do. Are you uncomfortable, Gordon?
No. Good to see you, bud.
It's nice seeing you too, Gordon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you.
And I'm so sorry it didn't work out.
You know, we tried.
We tried hard.
Yeah.
Because here we are now. 6 months later, this place is doing phenomenally well.
Well, thank you so much.
Good to see you, bud. Well done. Thank you, Steve. And put some weight on. These guys could have really made it here because this place is a great location for a perfect seafood restaurant. But when you mix incompetence and arrogance, it's a recipe for one thing and one thing only. Chapter 7.